Congratulations on the bake sale.
Thank
Successful
you.
job, raised a lot of money. And as well, successful lesson. I think you did a wonderful job. I think you had many forms of assessment, which was the topic this week. As always, how did you think your lesson went?
I think this one was pretty easy to pull off. And actually, I videotaped more than one class this week, and I had a hard time actually deciding to choose this lesson for these set of objectives because it matched 2 weeks really well, so I feel like it was fine.
I feel like our school is really designed for assessment quite well, and as we'll talk about it, like, so formative and summative assessment. As always, we know our school requires every grade to do Let's Review, so that's the perfect formative assessment right there. Once a week, review what you did last week, tells you also what the students know or don't know, and what to do for the next lesson after that. So again, we always have the formative assessments, as well as how you checked for understanding with a quick show of hands, so if students know or don't know. And I like that because it also gives like multiple ways of learning. Maybe some students feel confident and they can raise their hand, but you know, if maybe they're like, but they do well on the Let's Review, maybe they're just shy, so both together I think works really well. In terms of your alignment with your assessment and your objectives, again, very easy. The Let's Review is super easy, right? Because whatever we're doing on the review is what we're doing in the class, so perfect with your objectives aligning up with assessment. And again, I think some people do Let's Review well, but I think you did it really well in that you chose 3 questions that took the whole vastly. You didn't focus on one thing. You took like the 3 questions for the different parts of the unit. So I thought that was really smart. Again, you give your students feedback in terms of like you give back the Let's Review, and if they get it wrong, then they have to re-edit it. And if they don't re-edit it, then you give a specific reason. And you gave praise, which was really good. Always make them feel happy. Effective use of the assessment. After you saw that students struggled last time, you went back to it and reviewed it, and I think that's always good as a teacher to not push too far ahead, but rather know something than just to teach all the content.
Yeah, make sure they've got a solid base.
A lot of teachers just say like you teach for content and not for learning, but you have to teach for learning, right? Because especially at an ESL school like this, when their goal is to learn English, it's not about if they know how many concepts, it's about what concepts they know. So like quality over quantity is definitely good. And accommodation, so you always explain yourself in multiple ways. If students need more time, you give them more time. Let them read aloud, don't read aloud. So I thought that was really good. Do you have any questions or concerns about your lesson or anything you would have rather done?
Not really. I felt like this one was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, as we said, our school's pretty much set up for assessment really well, so it was quite an easy week for you.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, and I honestly think assessment's really well at our school. We don't really need much to do it, especially now report cards is in and we have all the grades, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you, Nani.
Good job.